What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Tuesday, guys. I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend, spent some time with the family, didn't get too fucked up. I know Jordan was in Mexico. He's back now, and we out here today. So we're doing an early session today, guys. I got to head to the airport in about probably like 35, 40 minutes. So just coming up here really quick to just say what's good, make a couple quick calls, and then I gotta be out, and then Jordan will be holding it down tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, the next month. I don't know, for a little bit. I'll get it going. But how you living today, my brother?
Man, I am living. Grateful to be here. Stoked for another opportunity to get out and chase my dreams alongside my brother. And yeah, ready to lock some shit up. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I got a late night contract signed last night. This is an owner finance deal in Jacksonville, Florida. 8 grand down, 5% interest, 780 a month. Could rent out for 1,500 a month. Only needs skirting put on the mobile home, and I forget the other thing, something small. So really light cosmetic rehab. Could turn it right back around and rent it, and probably going to be a looking like about a 10 to 12K fee if we assign it. If I take it down, some nice good cash flow.
Hell yeah, bro. I love it. Those late night contracts are always the best.
Oh, 1,000%, bro. And if I take it down for what I got it at, the cash on cash return is really good. But if we assign it, it's still good. It's like 20 to 23%, depending on what the repairs are going to cost.
Hell yeah. So it's a mobile home on owned land.
Hold on. All right, cool. Sorry. What were you asking, Jordan?
No, you're good. I was just saying it's a mobile home.
Yeah, it's a mobile home on Owens land in Jacksonville.
So yeah, that should be solid for sure. Jacksonville's a good market.
Oh, yeah. Good market, good deals, good money, all of it.
I love it,
Let's
brother.
see if we got any conversations to do. Let's apply this filter. Well, this guy like just called me, so he's getting a call back.
Hello.
Hey, Bradley.
Yes.
Hey, this is Joey. I think Mary was texting you. I think you had just called in a couple minutes ago and we missed you.
Yes.
Okay. Are you looking to sell your property on North Taylor Court?
I don't have to sell it today. I don't, but I will if the price is right because they are selling out there.
Okay. I guess what price would that have to be for you to sell it?
Well, yeah. I mean, y'all text me and said you had an offer, so you tell me what you're offering.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about the house yet to give you an offer. I could get you an offer on this call. I would just have to ask you a bunch of questions. I'm just kind of trying to see where your head's at to see if it's even obviously worth going through the whole process with you. Like, are you looking to get more than the house is worth in its current condition, or would you sell it for what it's worth in its current condition?
I'll sell it for what it's worth, but I know what they're selling for out there. One just sold for 256 2 weeks ago.
256. And was that on the market?
Yep, it was on the market.
Okay, so if you didn't have to put it on the market and pay the commissions and everything, I guess what type of price would you be looking to get?
Well, I mean, you deduct 5% from that. You can get close to the area.
So if I'm coming in somewhere in the 200s, you'd be happy, is what you're saying?
Two, somewhere in the 200s. That's a big range.
Yeah, well, if it's obviously selling for 250 on market, I'm trying to see if we're in the lower 200s. Is that something you are looking to get, or I guess what would you be really asking?
I would say 220 to 240.
220 to 240. Okay. Okay. And if I was able to get you a number that made you happy, would you be ready to sign paperwork today on it?
Sure.
Okay. Perfect. And are you the only one on the deed, or is there anyone else that would have to be here for a call like this?
No, it's just me.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So a little bit about how my process works. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about the property, and then I'll get you an offer on this call. If you're good with that offer, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. As long as you're good with everything in the agreement, we'll sign it, send it over to a title company. They'll keep you protected as a seller and us as the buyers. And then we'll just pick a closing date you're choosing to receive the money. And title would typically send that via wire transfer, certified check, whichever's easier for you. That all be
Okay.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. So how's like the foundation and structure of the property?
It's fine.
Okay. How was the roof?
The roof is the original roof.
Original roof. So that's original to '05. Okay. Everything's original to '05, I'm guessing.
No, the inside has been completely redone. New paint, new floor covering, new solid surface countertops throughout. Cabinets have been painted.
Okay. What about AC, electrical, and plumbing?
Do I know?
Oh, electrical, plumbing, and
Plumbing fixtures are new.
plumbing fixtures are new?
Yeah.
Okay. And then electrical wiring, obviously, still original to '05, right?
Yep.
Okay. And when you did the kitchen and bathrooms, did you you just painted the cabinets and everything, or did you fully redo the kitchen?
All the cabinets have been painted and brand new solid surface countertops.
Okay, so you did the countertop and then painted the cabinets. Got it. Okay. And then what about the bathrooms? You said you had done the bathrooms?
Same.
Same. Okay. Okay. Is it public water and sewer or septic and well?
It is septic tank and community well.
Okay. When's the last time the septic was serviced or inspected?
There's been no issues with the septic tank.
Got it. Has it been inspected since '05?
Nope.
Okay. Is there an HOA or anything, or
What?
is there the homeowners association or no?
No.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else I didn't ask about the condition that we'd have to address?
Nope.
Okay. Beautiful. And if we did come to terms on numbers today, how quickly would you be looking to get this closed in?
The lease expires June 30th.
Okay, so there's a renter in there right now?
Yep.
Okay, so if we could close 30, 60 days, something like that, you'd be happy with a closing time like that?
Yep.
Okay. How are the tenants that are in there right now?
Do I know?
How are the renters that are in there right now?
How are they?
Yeah. Are they good tenants?
Yeah.
They pay on time, no issues, don't complain too much?
Nope.
Okay, how long have you been renting properties for? What's the story with that?
Since I've been renting that house since 2007.
Oh, wow. Okay, and do you have other rental properties as well, or this is the only one?
That's the only one.
Gotcha. Okay, and how's the experience been being a landlord?
Fine.
Got it. Like, are you gonna continue to rent properties after this one, or are you done renting after this?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, what's the actual reason you're looking to sell this one and not just keep renting it?
I'm not looking to sell it. If the price is within what I feel the home is worth and what they're selling for out there, I will sell it. But I'm not out there advertising to sell it. No.
Well, you had talked to someone on our marketing team expressing interest in selling. That's why we're on the phone, obviously.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's correct. I mean, but if I wanted to sell it to next month, I'd have it listed with an agent. I don't have to sell it.
Understood.
So
Is there a significant mortgage on this still?
You make me a good, fair offer, I will sell it.
Okay. No, I'm definitely gonna do that.
I'm just told of what I just told you I would take.
Gotcha. So, is there a significant mortgage on this or anything like that?
About 60 grand on it.
60K. Okay. That's not too bad. A lot of equity there. All right. Well, give me about a minute or two. Let me just place you on a brief hold, and I'll see exactly where I could be for a cash offer, and then see if we can work something out. Just bear with me. It's going to place you on hold. There's zero motivation. He ain't even fucking with the boy today, guys.
He cut straight to the business plan on that one.
Yeah, so 240s, 250 is the highest anything sold for in this whole area. See if I can see some pictures of this. Yeah, there ain't no pictures. I don't know if this was as is. Hell. Let's see if an investor ended up buying this. Bradley, you still there?
Yes, sir.
What is the rent? How much rent are you collecting right now on this?
On 1350.
1350. Okay, and that's kind of market rent.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit lower because I'm not going through a property management company. I don't have to pay that fee. I mean, it could be rented for easy $1,600 a month.
Okay. Okay. Give me 2 more seconds. So there's this house that it didn't sell cash, but it sold fucking. No, I'm sorry. It did sell cash, I think. Yeah, it sold straight cash. And it was a rental, like a landlord that bought this. It was the same exact size house as ours. Let me pull ours up one more time. And it sold for $250.
Okay. And he wants 220.
Yeah, he wants 220. So I might come in at 200 and take it from there.
Let's make a deal happen on live.
Okay, you still there, Bradley?
Do I know?
You still here?
Yes.
Okay. So if I do it straight cash, I'm seeing what you're saying. 250 is basically retail value. If you go and list it with the realtor, pay the commissions, that's probably what you're gonna get if it's done to the nines. I'm thinking we're really not. I mean, it sounds like I could just turn this back around and rent it. So that's kind of a good thing for us. And if we do it cash, the only thing is I'd maybe put like 10 grand of work into it, just spruce it up a little bit, just look a little bit nicer. And then from there, just refinance it around that 250. So we could get this done for you. I know you're not necessarily looking to sell, but you'd sell for the right price. I know you're saying something around 220. If we did this straight cash, we could close by June 30th or 60 days absolute latest. I could be coming in around 200 grand straight cash.
that would be me leaving a good bit of money on the table. So.
Okay, I mean, if we could do this, because if I buy it at 220, if I got to put anything into it and I go to refi, I'm gonna have to leave some money in the deal. And honestly, if I'm doing it, like we just got to make something here on the refinance. I don't have to get rich off of it, but if I could make this super simple on you and just close completely cash, I guess what's the absolute best you'd be willing to get to close to that 200?
I mean, look, I know what the houses are selling for out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one out there that's currently listed in the 260s. I think the last two that have just sold, the one 2 weeks ago was 256. One is recently sold in the 240s.
Yeah, but when you sell it, you're going to pay all these fees. You're not even walking away with the 220, basically.
So 200 is a little too low.
Okay, so how close could you meet me to that 200? Do you think we could do like 203 to 205?
Let me get your direct line and name, and I'll call you back.
Okay, is it? I guess what are you gonna be calling me back on? Do you have to think about it?
Well, I'm not gonna sell it for 200. I do know that.
Okay, well, to get it, let's say that we could come to terms on numbers right now. I could send you an agreement with a number on that we both agreed on. How close could you get to that 200? What do you think the absolute best you'd be willing to take right now would be?
I told you a range of 220 to 240.
Got it. And if you sell it with the realtor, obviously, let's say you sell it for 240, 250 straight as is.
That is without a real survey. So that's the range. Okay.
Got it. So you couldn't be anywhere near that 205 then? Like you wouldn't even consider that?
I'm not gonna take 250.
You said you would possibly take 215?
Yeah.
Okay. If I was willing, with us, obviously, there's no realtor commissions at all. And I was willing to pay all the closing costs for the transaction, title transfer fee, everything. What's the absolute best you take right now?
I just told you.
215.
They're taking 215.
Okay, well, I don't know if I could do 215, but let me ask you this. If I was able to do to the 215, are you ready to sign paperwork on that, barring that everything's good on that paperwork?
Yes, I would consider that, yeah.
Okay, so we have a deal if I could do the 215 is what you're saying?
I said I would consider it, yes.
Okay, because I'm gonna go back to my team right now and try to fight and see if I can push this up a little bit to the 215. I just want to know if I do go back and do that,
Okay.
that we'll have a deal at that number. Like as long as you're good with everything in the agreement, we'll go over everything, then we could get it started right now if that is the number.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, Bradley.
Is
It's
it a
a
deal
weird-
at 215?
I think it is, bro. Like, cause dude, they bought it for 250. They're an investment company. The other one that sold for 240. I just gotta see if that was a cash on investment or if that was like a freaking. No, that was just a homeowner. Like we can novate this.
What area is it in?
It's in Statesboro, Georgia. 34,000 people.
Oh yeah, there's somebody there. I mean, the good thing is it already has a renter in there that's paying. I mean, I don't know. Does it market rent? I forgot what he said.
No, they're paying 1,300. 215 does not make sense on 1,300.
Oh yeah.
I think 215 as an ovation makes sense, but let me check before I put my foot in my mouth.
What are you going to list it at? 240?
It would have to sell for 250 to make 10 grand on innovation. Actually, at 215, I think I'm trying to lock up some shit that's not going to be a deal.
A little tight.
What are you on your novations? Are you flat feeing it?
Nah, I'd be listening with the realtor.
Okay, so you're like 7-8% all in.
Yeah, I calculate for 90%, like times 0.9, just to give me leverage in case there's any repairs that need to get done, anything like that.
Yeah, you're really cutting it close. I mean, if it sells at
I'm going to
250,
say it's firm at 210, and it's probably going to turn into a follow up instead of trying to one call close him. I think this is one. If I give it a couple more days, we get him then. If it's meant to be, I think coming up to 215 is just kind of
dangerous. Yeah, I think 210.
dangerous.
Because then you know if you hit 230 or 235 or something, you still walk away with a couple dollars.
Exactly. Okay, Bradley. So I'm talking my team. If I'm doing it straight cash, the absolute best we could do is honestly going to be 210.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna go that way.
Okay. Well, like if anything changes, definitely. If anything changes, just let me know. It's just if we're doing cash, it just has to be. We're $5,000 apart. It's not like we're a world apart right now. Just got to make sense for both of us. So I guess if there's any way you could think about it, I'll circle back in a couple days just to check. If not, it's all good.
All right. Appreciate it.
Okay. You have a great day, brother.
You too.
Bye-bye. So that would have been an ego contract right there, guys. That would have been an ego contract for a fact. Be careful of your ego, guys. It'll make you lock up shit that you ain't meant to lock up.
Yeah, I just dropped in the private chat. Was that a private chatter?
No, that was a public chatter, but I'm gonna call this one and then I gotta get out of here after this one.
All right, let's knock this one out. I'm really interested to see if this guy picks up. Apparently, he's in Fort Worth with this property, and it's a duplex. My guy was trying to tell me it's 2 apartments. They're vacant. I looked at the street. Everything on the street looks to be going for 260 to 320 maybe, and he said it's 170 for a duplex apartment. I don't know. It looks like it could be a banger, but I wanted you guys to do it on live in case it is a banger.
Let's get it.
Jeff R. Bogus. Hopefully he's not bogus.
He's so old. He's not old, but he's 71. He's older. So he's 71, doesn't want to be a landlord, supposedly. I'm interested to see what this is. The market, like I said, if 170, even if it's just a single family at 170 over there, it's going for 260, it looked like.
Let's get it. Let's go, Mr. Bogus. Hi, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
It's weird. It says apartment.
I hope this is important.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
This is Joey. You had spoken with one of our agents yesterday about your property in Fort Worth. They told me you're looking to sell it.
Give us the name of the agent.
Might have been Alex.
Yeah, I did speak to a guy. He claims his name is Adam.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
My name is Joey. I'm a real estate investor, and I was told you're looking to sell your house, so that's why I'm giving you a call. Is that something you're still looking to do?
That's accurate information. Let me tell you what the truth is.
Okay.
I own a rental property in Fort Worth. My doors have been kicking down for the last 6 months by people like you who want to buy real estate, cheap investment real estate, and then either flip it or fix it up and rent it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not calling anybody. I'm just answering the phone, listening to people tell me what their desires and hopes are. Now, I own it. I own it free and clear. I can sell it. It's nothing like what described on Joel. So, knowing that, do you want me to tell you any more about the property than I told the
Alex, yesterday.
Yeah, well, I guess the first question I have for you is how much are you looking to get for it if we could actually get this done for you?
Well, I intend to put it up for an auction because I intend to put people like you bidding against each other. You're not going to bid against me, you're going to bid against each other. I'm an old lawyer, I've done this before. I get the most dollars if I put you people against each other. Because some of y'all are going to want to bid more than the other guy. That's my secret for getting squeezing the last dollar out of my pocket. Some of you don't want to do that because you don't have enough money for that. Others of you tell me that you don't want to do that because that's not the way y'all make money. That's fine too. I'm not holding a gun to anybody. But those are my rules, and that's the way I'll do it.
So if we and you came to terms on numbers today, you wouldn't sign any paperwork with me, is what you're saying?
No, you're going to bid like everybody. You're going to put your bid in just like everybody else. I will give you a tour of the property. My family, that property was built in the year 1925. My family has a connection to that property that goes all the way back to the year 1928. My dad became friends with the family that built that house and lived in it for the next 42 years. I know everything there is to know about that property. I have spent a lot of my own personal money over the last few years investing in that property and doing good that. So I don't have to sell it. And when you don't have to sell your asset, you're in control. I only put in clear if you're supposed to take it away from you. You're after it for investment. And I did it. You're gonna, if you want that property, and that property is very valuable because of its location, you'll have to play by my rule book, not your rule book.
So there's not a number that would make you move today?
Nope.
Okay.
Not a damn, not a dollar.
Well, when will you be at the point that you'll be ready to make a decision on this, that you'll actually be ready to move forward with a number?
Why don't I tell you what's involved? I explained this to Al, but I'll explain it to you. The property is a multi-family residential use property.
Mm-hmm.
It sits on the edge of a 3 or 4 word zoning district that is on single family residential only. I had, at the end of March, I had a 45-minute face-to-face meeting with the City of Fort Worth zoning board. And we went over tons of questions. And it's based on what she told me, I had the opportunity to apply for what I'm going to call a grandfather permit. The city calls it something else. And it only cost me $56 to apply. I'm the only person on the planet who can supply the documentation necessary to receive that zoning permit. It's actually
power hungry.
it's not a zoning permit. That grandfather permit will allow me to be exempt from the zoning requirements. And so, at any rate, now I do not know this. I've got an email message pending to the zoning board to confirm my suspicion. I do not know that the city of Fort Worth, if I sold the property, I don't know that the city of Fort Worth would recognize my transfer of my grandfather's permit. That's the city of Fort Worth would recognize the transfer of my zoning permit. So the permit will be issued in my name, but I'm the only one who applies for it. So within the next 2 weeks, I intend to create a limited liability company. I will be the sole manager and the sole member at this time. After I get that created, I will transfer an undivided interest transferring the real estate to the newly created LLC. It may be a 1% interest, it may be a 50% interest, it may be a 99% interest. I have not decided what percentage undivided interest I'm going to transfer. But once I get that deed executed and transferred and recorded, transferring a percentage of my ownership into, the LLC and I will jointly submit an application to the city of Fort Worth for this grandfather project.
Got it.
And I expect to receive it. Once I receive it, via the LLC, I will then be in a position to entertain offers.
Okay.
What the buyer would be actually buying is a membership interest. I would get out of the way. I would sell them whatever interest I have left back to the
This
LLC.
dude's gonna die with the property, and his kids will do it in probate.
Ownership in the LLC once I have it legally.
Dude, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Buyer and the buyer buys the membership in the LLC, and I get out of the way. And that way, the buyer would have the legal right to operate the property as a multi-family residential property in a zoning district that is zoned single family only.
Got it. So what I'll do then, Jeff, I'll circle back with you in about, sounds like 2 weeks. And I'll give you a call, see where everything's at. And then when you are ready to make a decision on this, you're ready to actually hear the offers and everything, then hopefully we can work some business out together and I can be the one to get this done for you.
Okay, that's fine now. You're calling me using an 886 area code. Is that in the wrong?
New Canyon, Texas.
New thing in relation to Amarillo.
It's not too far out. My partners are from Amarillo, though. I'm from New Jersey myself. We just do a lot of investing in the DFW area. Fort Worth is one of my favorite towns to invest in, if I'm being honest.
You need to know that this is important to you and your colleagues. This property is 1.2 miles east of the campus of Texas Christian University. Now, being a Yankee, that probably doesn't mean much to you.
Now he's trying to sell you on the property. Guy, you want to sell the property or not sell the
He
property?
called me a Yankee!
The overwhelming majority of them live off campus.
I ain't no fucking Yankee.
This property
I'm a fucking Colombian.
is located
Now.
150 feet, maybe 200 feet away from a city bus stop on a bus line that takes them straight out to the
You guys, I have like 5 minutes to get out of here.
I'm sorry you wasted it on this dude, man.
It's okay, bro. This is how the business goes. You never know. This is why you call the lead. This guy could be gold, or it could be gold, or it could be shit covered in gold. You never know.
Never know.
True.
Got you.
My colleagues and I have
Yeah.
people who are knowledgeable about real estate. They tell me that when the property is rehabbed,
Amor,
it can generate
¿tú quieres organizar a huevos o no?
each and every month.
¿O tú quieres espero para comer con mi madre?
And
Okay.
so that's why I said the most valuable thing about this property is location. You don't find many properties that have 4 apartments that are available on a single lot.
Understood.
That is that close to a college where there's a high demand for housing.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, and we're fairly familiar with this area. So I appreciate your time today, Jeff, and I'll be circling back with you in a couple weeks.
Okay, we when you call me back, are you gonna use the same 886 area code?
Yes, sir. So
Here's what I did. I did a zillion jump calls, either spam calls and so forth. Your call was identified as a spam call by my cell phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a listing for you with your name on it,
perfect.
your phone number, so that when you call back, my phone won't identify your call as being a spam call.
I'm texting you right now, Jeff, with my phone number, with my full name, just so you have it. And then, yeah, just save it in your phone. And when I call you in a couple weeks, you'll know it's me.
I just got it. I will do that.
Okay. Just put in Joey Bibbo, the buyer for your house. That's what you got to put in.
What's that name?
Put Joey Bibbo, that's my first and last name, and then just put in capital letters the, and then buyer. That's going to be buying your house. V as in the.
Oh, the buyer.
Yes, sir.
Believe it or not, and I'm not bullshitting you, I've been contacted by from all over the country.
Oh, I believe it.
They probably won't. I received a phone call from a lady in.
Oh God, here you go.
Indiana, outside of Cincinnati.
He just
Third
had
time.
him for another 25 minutes. You'll be talking to this guy all day.
Raised to a guy in El Paso.
Oh, wow.
They're in the.
You just gotta yell and scream. Oh, they're shooting!
The
Oh.
last 2 times I had talked to her, she called me from her hometown of Giza, Egypt, 2
Wow.
miles east of Cairo.
That's insane. Yeah, they're all over the place trying to get these properties, but none of them are me. So that's why it's good that you're on the phone with me today. And when I call back, we're going to work some business out. It sounds like it.
That's fine. I'll be 72 years old in less than a month.
God bless
I'm an
you.
old lawyer. I've done this before. I know how to squeeze the last dollar out of the real estate if I want to.
I love it. Well, we'll figure out a way to get you a fair offer that makes sense for you. As long as it makes sense for both of us, we'll get a deal done. And I'm sure we'll figure out numbers on this. It'll be fair for both of us.
Okay.
Okay, Jeff.
What part of New Jersey are you from?
I'm from West Orange originally, like North Jersey, right outside of the city.
Okay, just give me a second. Just give me a second.
He's about to be up there. He's about to knock on your door.
I'm sending you flowers.
Yeah, hey, you might mess around and get this deal done next week.
I'm with you. Let me let you go. There's somebody I need to talk to.
Okay, you have a great rest of your day, Jeff. God bless you, brother. Thank you. He let himself go. So Rita says, shout out to my man Joey for helping me late night on Memorial Day, lock up a seller finance deal from Newly. Counts for the challenge. You know, we just out
Let's
here
go.
just
Love it, brother. Love it, man.
So you know what's crazy? I had that guy in my system. At first, I was like, damn, I wonder if that's maybe one of the leads Nelson fed us. Nope. Bro, it was a fucking buyer. That I built a buyer's list or some shit deal we had like last January in Jacksonville, like a year ago. And somehow, some way, that guy was a seller that we fucking locked up yesterday.
Love it, man.
It's crazy how this shit goes. But guys, I got to get the fuck out of here. I literally got to get to the airport so I don't miss my plane. I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to leave you guys with a little soapbox. Then Nelson's going to go. Then Jordan's going to go. And then we're going to get the fuck up out of here. But I feel like we're always talking about motivational stuff and technical stuff and all the bullshit. But the one thing I want to say to you guys is, I know it's going to sound a little motivating, but just believe in yourself and bet on yourself and you're going to win. That's what most people are afraid to do. I talk to so many people that are trying to get into wholesaling, trying to get into entrepreneurship, and they're just afraid to jump in the pool. If you feel like you got it, you do. You just got to believe that you got this shit and it will fucking work out. So I'll leave you guys with that. Stop fucking doubting yourselves. Believe in yourselves. You guys got this shit. Nelson, you want to go?
You know what? I'll make it quick. You know, yesterday I realized I was with a buddy of mine for lunch, and he was like, "Man, you've got Irish twins." And I realized when I was a kid, I always wanted twins. And I always tell all my friends this, but if I think it will happen, and if I genuinely do, it always does. And I've never not had anything in my life that I truly wanted. So I don't think it's manifestation. I don't think it's any of that. I think you work hard for what you want and you put yourself around people, right? When I started this company a year ago, I had 0 followers, I had 0 sales, I had 0 everything. And I went to an event and met Joey Bibbo. And a year later, at that event, we closed out a deal there that I just found out about from last year. We had 12 or 1,300 followers on our Instagram, and we have a customer base now, and people know us and recognize. And it's not because I manifested; it's because I put myself around people who are doing it. And now I know Jordan, and Jordan's going to help me meet this person, and Joey helps me meet this people. So, be intentional with what you want, and put yourself around people who are doing what you want, and set a goal for yourself and achieve it. Work hard for it.
Hell yeah, brother. I love it. Soapbox.
Love the
I
hat.
think, me too, bro. It's fresh. I like it. Appreciate you. But yeah, I think thought that's been on my mind the past couple of days is just about regret. I was in Mexico last week, and there was a family friend that was there with us, and he's an older dude, probably like, I don't know, 55 years old or so, and he was talking to me at the pool one day about basically how he's just filled with regret because he was offered opportunities when he was younger. He's been in construction for like 30 years. And he was like, man, I had a buddy back in like the 90s, like 95, offered to have me start flipping houses with him. And I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. You know, I think I'm going to stay in construction or whatever. And now here he is like 30 years later, regretting that decision. And it was interesting perspective that it gave me, because I feel this way strongly, but I forget that other people don't. I would rather try everything that I'm interested in doing now and fail and try and fail and try and keep going until I figure it out than end up 55, 60, 65 years old looking back on my life with a whole bunch of regret, thinking that now I don't have enough time to do anything special with my life, you know? And I think the biggest regret that you will have later in life is not taking the shot, not taking the risk, not betting on yourself, and not believing that you can do something amazing. So that instilled confidence in me to keep going. And I got a lot of other shit on my bucket list that I'd like to do as well. Wholesaling was number 1 on that list. Rentals and flipping are also on that list. And I just, I encourage y'all to get out there and do it. If you're thinking about starting wholesaling, do it today. If you're thinking about starting flipping houses, get started today. I know that you won't regret it if you do. Got to make shit happen.
Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate you guys getting up here. Sorry today was kind of short, but we'll have longer sessions. You guys know that. I'm off to Bucaramanga. I will see you guys tomorrow. And then Thursday, Jordan's going to be holding it down, I think, with Corey. So they'll be going live on their pages, and we'll fucking get it. Everybody go have a good week. Go crush your fucking goals, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace the fuck out, y'all.
Let's go.